Former President Trump just wrapped up a wide-ranging town hall here on Fox, just hours ahead of Vice President Harris's sit-down tonight with Bret Baier, and that will happen on Special Report at 6 p.m. Eastern. The former president took questions from many of the women who were gathered in that audience. In 2020, there were 6% more women voting than men, so you have to take that into account. He is right now down by 14 with women and up 16 with men in the latest NBC polls. We have new polling coming in pretty much every day from a lot of places, but that is one of the more recent ones. Now, abortion is nearly tied with the economy, 21 to 23 there, in a recent poll of women voters. Earlier, the former president spoke about the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
They wanted it back in the states for a vote of the people, and that's where we have it. And the states are now voting for it. And honestly, some of them are going much more liberal, like in Ohio. I would have thought it might
some of them
be a
are
little
not
bit different, and some of them are not. But it's going to be redone. It's going to be redone. You end up with a vote of the people, and some of them I agree they're too tough, and those are going to be redone.
So that was just a short time ago. Harris Faulkner joins us live from Battleground, Georgia, where she hosted that Trump town hall. Harris, great job. Really interesting to watch these women and have a full audience of women expressing their questions for the former president. What really stood out to you in terms of what got the biggest response from the group there?
Oh, that would be the economy. I mean, and some of the questions included very personal details of the living conditions for some of the women in the audience. You know, they're struggling. They've got daycare, $1,400 a month. I mean, that's like quadruple what they had been paying, 3.5 years ago. So there are some tough situations out there. Some of them left their jobs to be at that town hall for a day. I mean, the economy impacts everything we do. Those women didn't let it stop them from showing up and asking questions. They're looking for answers. And, there are 6% undecided voters in the state of Georgia. If you look at the last few elections, that has made a difference in the past. Now, the early vote total that was confirmed last night was 307,000 people. Now, early vote is in person here. Martha, those lines were long all over the state. Now, we don't know county by county yet. That's going to make a difference. But these women were from all over the state. So we got to see the issues that not only matter to women in Georgia, but, I mean, issues are issues. Yes, they can be female-focused, but we know that we care about the economy. We sometimes run more households. We married two great guys, you and me. But I don't know how it is in your household. I'm running the pocketbook. Many women are living like that. God bless them.
I'm not. I got out of that job. And it's my husband's birthday today, since you brought him up. So happy birthday to him. I want to play this because I thought this was interesting. And I want to ask you what their, overall, what your feel in the room was for how much immigration matters to these voters. And here's what former President Trump said on cracking down on Mexico, what he did and what he felt worked. Watch this.
Okay.
We built 571 miles of wall, and that wall worked. Then I got Mexico to give us soldiers, a lot of soldiers, 28,000 soldiers, to protect us. I said, you have to protect us because you're letting all of these criminals come into our country. You have to protect us. They said, we're not going to do it. I said, good, then I'm just going to tariff all your goods until you do it. They said, like I said, we're going to do it. And they gave us...
I mean, you can hear the laughter in the room. And this is what I find so interesting about the tariff discussion, because it's clear to me, and I'm sure you, as we have both watched him over the years, the tariff thing is an opening salvo. It's like, if you don't do this, then I'm going to slap these on you to get people to do what he wants them to do. And it has worked in the past. What was the reaction to that in the crowd?
Well, they liked it because it's movement forward. Yeah. And, we talk about reflexively going back to the policies that worked. He's also moving them forward. He wants to incentivize international partners because they're now going to be competing. If he lowers the taxes for those who do business, that's going to be tougher for everybody. So those relationships across borders and around the world with the next president who would do such a thing, with the strength of a threat of higher tariffs on goods that they're producing, is probably a 1-2 punch. Do business with us. Do business with our better leveraged American corporations because I'm lowering the taxes on them to let them hire more workers and produce more goods here. And also, by the way, if you don't help us secure our border, you're going to get penalties with higher tariffs. So it's an interesting strategy. He drilled down, and Martha, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
I think people are ready for a closing argument and specificity, and he offered it.
Well, it was a great town hall, Harris, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
taking some time to talk with us after. I'm sure you're getting ready to head back here to New York. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Harris, and we look forward
You too, and happy birthday to your
well,
beloved.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.